Hello, how are you? Welcome to a new video for the channel. This time we will be talking about the WeMaster Trade Company, and this for a simple reason. Most of the time I receive messages telling me how to apply the coupon because the company always has active discounts, so many people tell me your coupon does not work. But so that my 30% discount coupon on your first purchase of instant funding works for you, the first thing you have to do is register with the link that I leave you in the description of the video, and then in this video, I will be explaining how you are going to change the coupon because you are not going to leave the one that the company has at that time. For example, right now they have 10%, but I give you a 30%, and you want to use the 30% obviously. The first step is to register with the link because it is an exclusive code for the community that I have. So let's see. Let's put an example for a $100,000 account. Let's see that this company has two platforms. It has MetaTrader 5 and it has MatchTrader. This is an account from the United States. That's why I can only choose MatchTrader, so people from the United States can also get instant funding. But they cannot use MetaTrader 5, but only MatchTrader. So let's see. Let's choose the account for example. A 100,000 account has a value of $378 without a discount, but with my discount, the discount would be around $262. See that with the discount that it currently has, it is $340, and we are going to see the different ways in which you can pay this account. Then I will be explaining the rules so that you can understand it a little. We are going to give you the following. See here, it gives you the rules. For example, daily loss of 2, maximum loss total of 4, 6% profit goal, 30% profit consistency, participation of the profit up to 90%, but we will see that in more detail. Later in this video, we are going to go to the box, and we are going to choose the method for which we want the most. For example, in this case, I am going to choose a credit card. Then we are going to choose a cryptographic currency so that you can realize that in one way or another, this PayPal also works. We have the following, and in this is that you must change the code. For example, you are not going to leave off 10. We are going to delete it. See that I deleted it obviously. And now, if you are going to put the code that I leave you, everything must go in capital letters, profile 30. Then, when you put profile 30, you give apply and see that those 378 become 264.6, which means that it would give you a 30% discount. Then you realize that it is basically a good opportunity for those who have not yet funded with this company, and for those who have already funded, if they can have the discounts that the company places every so often. But for example, for the new ones, I think that this 30% is convenient for them. It is also better to take advantage of it in large accounts since you see that the discount is much greater. For example, let's see, put a 200,000 account. See that it has a price of $734. Let's see how much it would be with the discount that I give you, so that you can see that it is better to take advantage of these discounts in large accounts. Let's see. Profile 30, apply. They have 513, but if you have small accounts, use it for a small account. The thing is to start in instant funding so that you can capitalize very well. I did not show you that you can also pay with cryptocurrency, and in the same way, it will apply the discount. Here, you can pay with cryptocurrencies. What I recommend is that you pay with the USDT network. We click on Pay, and here it will give us what we want. Once you pay, the account will automatically reach you. Here, you can choose USDT, Tron, for example. See here, it generates the QR code, and you send it, or copy the address, or scan the QR code. I think that is something that everyone already handles, but in the same way I explain it to you so that you can understand and so that you can use it. So if you want to take advantage of the discount, in the description of the video I leave you the link and the discount coupon. Do not forget, you must register with the link and then apply the coupon. If not, the coupon will not help you at all. Now let's go with the rules of this company. This company is for instant funding. That is, we no longer have to go through any challenge, but we must achieve a goal for the company to pay us. Here we are going to see an example of a $100,000 account. Here you can see, they ask us for a target of $6,000, and they say that a consistency of 30%. We are not going to pay attention to this. We are going to pay attention to the consistency of 20%, because if you make a consistency of 30%, they will only pay you 20% of the benefits. If you make a consistency of 20%, they will only pay you 50% of the benefits. And if you make a consistency of 30%, they will only pay you 90% of the benefits. So it's better that we get to that 20% of the gains. And how are we going to get to that 20% of the gains? I have a video explaining in detail about that, but this time I will explain it to you a little bit fast. If it says that our goal is $6,000, when we win, we must win. We multiply that $6,000 by 20%, and it is equivalent to $1,200. So we must not go beyond that $1,200, so everything that is equal to $1,200 or less than $1,200. When we get to that 6%, we have already met the consistency rule without us having done anything else. So we must not go beyond that $1,200, which is the 20% of consistency. If we do not go beyond, or we are below, when we get to that 6%, we have already met all the rules and we could withdraw. And that is what we are all looking for, to be able to withdraw, and we would do it with that 20% of consistency. If you want a low target, then do it with a 30%, but you must be aware that only the 20% will be paid. In the same way that it gives benefit, but it is not much compared to the 50% of the gains, the 75%, the 90% of the gains. So what I recommend is that you do that a maximum total loss of 4% and a maximum daily loss of 2% that you can manage. Either you can go 1-to-1, you can go 1-to-2, you can go 1-to-3, but that 1-to-1, that 1-to-2, that 1-to-3, do not exceed $1,200 in a $100,000 account. Now that's how I handle the accounts, as it is, without adding anything, but we can add some things. For example, we can add a maximum daily loss of 5%. Here it was added. Now they no longer give us the 5% of total loss, the 5% of maximum total loss, but we must achieve a target of 10%. And see that there, it already changed a little. So if we want a maximum total loss of 10%, see that it changes? They give us 10% of drag down, and they give us 10% of target here. What you have to do is not exceed 2% of the gains to meet that target. So basically, it has been almost the same. To reach the target, you risk more to reach that target in the same way as the other. But that's what you decide. You decide how to manage your accounts. That's if you want drag down. See that it is quite profitable. For example, they have 646 left. But remember that with 30%, it is more economical. See that 646, and they give you 10,000 of drag down. It makes a lot of sense. Because most of the instant fund companies pay, for example, 100, and they give you 150 drag down, so it does not make any sense. It is not profitable for the trader. Instead, here they do give you, even leaving it as it is, without adding anything else, it has a price of 340 and 4,000 drag down. Obviously, it is quite profitable. More than 3 times what we pay is what gives us drag down. No, not more than 3 times, more than 10 times. So that's what we're looking for. That we have that ability to have more capital, but that is beneficial for the trader, because it does not help me to have an instant fund that can only lose what I have paid for the test. So why better deposit it in a broker? But in this case, it has been very profitable. So I leave you this information. I hope it has been very useful. It is something basic, but many people find it difficult to even buy. But that's why I upload this video, so that you can do it. So that's it for today. See you in a next video. Do not forget to follow me on my social networks, and for any question that I have not said in this video, you can ask me there in the group or in private.